back with games reviews on this channel. So today we're talking about Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed. This is another solid async multiplayer horror movie tie-in from IllFonic. IllFonic are gradually increasing their quality, and this is definitely their most polished and smooth playing game yet. Playing as a Ghostbuster is a fairly good FPS experience. Trapping the ghost works well and has the feel of the movies without being drawn out, like a lot of the times it was in Ghostbusters the game. The ghost can also release minions that die without being trapped. They're decent enemies. It kind of would have been nice to have minions sort of running around the map, which has something to do other than scan when you're not fighting the main ghost. One thing is that playing as the Ghostbuster isn't as fun as playing as the ghost, because, all the time you spend searching. It's not boring, but the minions could have helped. The Ghostbusters have some interesting special abilities, like the grappling hook and the ghost radar. They're good. The PK meter can release like a shockwave that stuns the ghost, but it temporarily disables the PK meter, which you use to scan for them. That's a good mechanic. There are also civilians to calm down to prevent them from leaving, which raises the haunt, which lets the ghost win. That's a good mechanic, and it works well within the Ghostbusters world. It creates some funny, nothing to see here moments. You can upgrade the Ghostbusters equipment. It's okay, but it's not very interesting. Playing as the ghost is pretty fun. With prop hunt gameplay, where you hide inside objects to restore your energy. Your attacks are decent. All ghosts can hit, release minions, and do some sort of AoE around themselves. Aside from that, they have different specialized attacks depending on the ghost type and subtype, like shooting a big energy ball or throwing a wild fury of swings, all of which I played were good. You also have different stats per ghost type, like how quickly you raise the haunt or speed. Those are good. That's a good part. There are ghost drifts that act as in-universe lives, which the game seems to want you to focus on, hiding and or protecting the rifts. But you really need to focus on the raising the haunt, because that's how you win. You do that by either infecting objects or attacking civilians. Yeah, so that works out well. Also, there are these ghost tunnels, which are fun to use, which teleport you to different places, sort of like in Pac-Man. One annoying thing is the ghosts can sometimes respawn too close to the Ghostbusters. That should really be fixed. There actually is sort of a story to this game. The Firehouse acts as the hub world, and when you return to it, you get different story cutscenes and dialogues plays out. There's no single player content though. Interestingly enough, the story does tie into the post-credit scene of Afterlife, where Winston is restarting the business. But it is a extraordinarily simple story. There's no extended trials or tribulations. Just there's a problem, and they fix it. We do get characters though. We have Winston and Ray returning, played by their actors in the movies, for some good moments. But for spoiler reasons, Winston isn't really in the thing for a long part of the story. There are also two new characters that are fairly good and fit into the Ghostbuster archetypes. That being said, Cat's design is a bit hello for millennials. The sticks are good, but I would have personally preferred them to be less bright and cartoony. It removes a bit of the grunge. I like the locations though. They're nice spooky archetypes that fit in well to the Ghostbusters world. Especially like the museum and theater. They're good. There's really good animations when you possess an object as a ghost. If you're in a suitcase, it'll roll like someone's pulling it. If you're in a vending machine, you'll take like big shuffling steps. And if you're you're in a teddy bear, you'll walk around as the teddy bear. The custom character creator is good. There's a lot of different types of like gloves and stuff. Last I played, there seemed to still be a decent number of people playing. The lobbies only seem to be missing about one player, which still works fine unless this player is the ghost, which is then it's AI. But usually there's a ghost player and a couple ghoster players. Overall, it's a solid, decent multiplayer game that uses the Ghostbusters IP well. I'm giving it an 8.48. Thank you to anyone that likes, comments, or subscribes.